Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's Sync Sports Bets here, and in today's video, I got 4 player props for the NFL Week 1 slate. It is finally back. We cashed out so much last season, and I can't wait to get back into it this season yet again. So, for the first week, we're going to start off with 4 regular lines. I know in the past videos I like to do goblins, but we're going to do the 4 regular lines, go for that 10x payout, and we're going to win a lot of money this season. So, before I get into these picks here, I want to let you guys know about my Winnable. It's a website. You can go down in the video description below to click on that link and join the VIP. So already a great month to September. We are absolutely killing it on college football and NFL. So obviously we only had one game of college football and we are already up 12 units for the month of September. That is insane. We went up 40 units last month. We're already up 12 units this month. So as you guys can see here, this is my Pickett slip. Pickett combines all of the money across all my betting apps and combines into one to see if I'm either profiting or if I'm in the loss. And obviously, I'm positive 12.7 units. So here's some wins I had yesterday for the TCU game. This was insane. I told everyone in the VIP this was a long shot, and it hit. We bet on 4 of Josh Hoover's lines, and they all hit. And then we had Kyle Lemmerman, who had 12 kicking points, which was insane as they blew out UNC. So $3 to win $41 on flip. That was crazy. And then we hit a 3-leg on Prizepicks, 20 to pay 110. Gio Lopez to start the game had a 39-yard bomb, and then he sucked the rest of the game. He got hurt, had constant turnovers, and it was great to see that he got pulled like in the middle of the third quarter. So we didn't have to worry about that pick no more. And then Josh Hoover only ran once for 3 yards. So that was super, super free. And then, of course, I had to add in my boy Lemmerman because he is always kicking at least 7 points a game. So here's another 6-leg for the past weekend. It finally cashed out. We hit 5 out of 6. Unfortunately, Rivers usually connects well with his quarterback, but not in this game. He was pretty close there at 8.8 out of 12.5 fantasy score. I should have stuck with another under because we hit 5 straight unders. It was just an under week for week 1. You know, people are nervous. They're still young kids playing in college football, so I totally understand that. But I also want to let you guys know about my Discord. It's absolutely free to join. Link down in the video description below. You can access my free plan slips on my admin slip channel. And if you join the football VIP pass, you can be added to this private channel here. You can access the slips. And then I also have a regular VIP that's all sports excluding football. So you can join that as well. I like to focus on WNBA currently. So when you go to my Winnable, you scroll down here on my plans. I want to focus on the full season because obviously you guys are here for football. So the full season pass is $69. If you use code BEARS, BEARS, in caps, you do get $10 off for this full 6-month pass. Totally worth it. Literally every single member that's part of this VIP pass has already gotten their money and started building up their bankroll. So it's totally worth it. And I promise you guys, we're going to be cashing a lot throughout the season. We already have within the past month or so. So let's get straight into these week 1 picks. Finally, football's here. Man, it's been so long. Like the whole month of July was just horrible to bet. We're betting on like tennis. We're betting on esports. We're betting on stuff that's just so like not consistent, hard to bet. And we finally got through the rut there. Now we're focusing on football, where this is the easiest market to win money on. So our first pick of the day is going to be Kareem Hunt. Now all 4 of these picks are going to be all week 1 combined, so not focusing on a certain day or certain game. So Kareem Hunt plays on Friday in Germany versus the Chargers. So not a home game for either team, but doesn't matter, honestly, for this prop. 5.5 rush attempts for Kareem Hunt. If you look on Prizepicks, he did cash this 4 out of 5. Obviously, this last game was the Super Bowl, so not going to count that much. Let's go to Outlier to see his stats. Okay, so Outlier is just an app you can download on your phone or you can have on your desktop. It literally gathers all of the data and analysts into one app to give you the best trends, hit rates. It has plus EV. It's insane. It does game lines, player props, you name it. So if you guys are interested in downloading this, it's a 7-day free trial and then $20 monthly after that. So make sure to click on the link down the video description below to start that process. I would really appreciate that and would help out the channel immensely. So anyways, Kareem Hunt on Outlier has hit over 8 of last 10 games in the 2024 season. He hits over 88% of the time. That is 14 of 16 games. And in head-to-head, he hit over 1 of 2 games. The second game having only 5 carries. That is close enough for me. And then obviously Kareem Hunt's the RB2. You guys are all understanding that, oh man, he might not get that many carries, but I know that Pacheco was hurt a lot of last season. So what we're going to do here is go to games with Pacheco. So let's add in Pacheco here and see Kareem Hunt's hit rates. So in 2024, with Pacheco playing, Kareem Hunt still hit over 6 of 8 games. That's a 75% hit rate. He barely went under versus the Chargers. And then obviously in the Super Bowl, which I'm not going to count whatsoever, he went under only 3 carries because they were getting blown out the entire game. So not sure why those logos are flipped like that. But yeah, man, he's very trustworthy. And the fact that the Chiefs brought him back after a season or two without him, they really like this guy, and I think they're going to give him a lot of carries, especially with how bad of a season Pacheco had last season. Hunt is definitely trusted within an offensive role to be able to have plenty of snaps, especially rush attempts. So I really like this line here. Only needs 6. I think we can easily get the job done, especially if Chiefs can get an early lead. So they can try to run out the clock within the second half. Okay, my second pick of the day. I'm not sure why this is too low. I understand the wide receiving corps, but Sam Darnold on the Seahawks. So he was on the Vikings last year, and he threw all day long to all of his wide receivers. Obviously, he had top 3 wide receiver in Justin Jefferson, but he does have Jackson Smith-Njigba. He also has Cooper Kupp this year. So those are the 2 main wide receivers that he has. And I do think that Seattle's going to be down in this game. So he's going to have to throw a lot. And I definitely think 200 yards is just way too low for him. That should be really easy. Like 200 yards for any quarterback. Most quarterbacks, that's a goblin for them. So, I mean, if you want to be safe here, you can take this goblin, but to me, I think a 25-yard difference isn't too much for me to want to lean on that goblin. So I really like this line at 200 versus San Francisco. Let's go to Outlier to see his stats. All right, so on Outlier, Sam Darnold has hit over this line 9 of the last 10 games at an average of 266 pass yards per game. In 2024, he hit over 83% of the time. That's 15 of 18 games. Now, his line opened at 241. 241 about a month ago, and has dropped 41 yards. That is insane. Like, why? Like, okay, I understand that's way too high for him. I don't think he's going to get 242 yards, especially versus that defense. But, like, bro dropped 40 yards. Cooper Kupp is healthy. Jackson Smith-Njigba is healthy. They have a tight end that's always solid. They have Charbonnet that's a receiving back that does get probably a decent chunk of yardage. They also have Kenneth Walker. So, like, I don't know. I just feel like they're going to be down in this game. And even if they're up, like, it's going to be a pretty evenly matched game. So I do understand that Niners are ranked number 5, but if you look at last season, bro had 268 yards versus San Francisco last season. So, not too worried about this. I mean, looking at the wide receiver corps, a lot of changeup happened. Obviously, they traded away DK Metcalf. They released Tyler Lockett. I think Noah Fant is either traded or hurt. They still got Jake Bobo. He's solid. And they got a new tight end, I think, Barner. He's pretty good. But yeah, a lot of the targets are going to go to Cooper and Jackson Smith and Njigba. I think those are both two elite wide receivers, in my opinion, that have proven themselves in this league. So, yeah, I really like this. That's just my thoughts in this prop. So make sure to pick that over there for Sam Darnold. And then my third pick of the day is going to be David Montgomery. Now, this line we cashed out literally all day long. Sorry, all season long for this prop at 10.5 receiving yards. If you look on Prizepicks, he cleared this line 4 out of 5. Let's go to Outlier to see his stats. Okay, so an outlier, David Montgomery has hit over this line 8 of the last 10 games at an average of 24.7 receiving yards per game. That's more than double his line right now. If you go to 2024, he hit over 11 of 15 games. That's a 73% hit rate. And I swear, man, I know Ben Johnson's not the offensive coordinator anymore, but this is a great game plan script for David Montgomery. I don't know why the offensive coordinator, whoever it is for the Lions now, wouldn't want to draw plays for David Montgomery, because he does get a huge chunk play all the time. Literally, I think we had this span of weeks right here, we were picking him every single time, and he was hitting for us every single time. I think his line went all the way up to like 16, 17 and a half, and he was still cashing us. It was insane, and it was so free. So I have to lean on him. He also has a really good head-to-head hit rate, hitting over 3 of the last 4 games historically versus Green Bay. So, I mean, as long as the new offensive coordinator draws the play, Goff will give it to him, and then I trust the offensive line to get it going, and they have Montgomery to get those screen plays or whatnot and get those 11 yards. I mean, that's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory there. It's also a good sign that his line already raised from 9.5 to 10.5, and Green Bay's receiving yards defense is ranked 14, so about the middle of the pack. Okay, our last pick of the day. This is definitely a little risky. I was going to go with Herbert under interceptions, but now it is a demon at 1.5 interceptions. That pick was free, so if you can pick that on Underdog or Sleeper, whatever app that has that line available, make sure to take that, because that is super, super free. So the prop I'm going to go with is Caleb Williams under 0.5 interceptions. Now, Caleb Williams is very protective and makes smart decisions, especially the second half of the season. Now, as a Bears fan, I am a bit biased, but I do understand that Ben Johnson's going to coach him even better to make smarter decisions and be able to sling that ball all day long. So Caleb Williams will not throw a pick versus Minnesota on Monday. I promise you guys that. So let me go to Outlier to show you his stats. Okay, so on Outlier, 10 of the last 11 games, Caleb Williams has not thrown an interception. He threw an interception because it was a Hail Mary versus Seattle in that game. Obviously, they were down 6-3, but unless it's absolutely forced, I don't see him throwing an interception. He makes smart decisions. I trust Caleb Williams. I would not be picking over or under on a player prop that I think is way too risky. It can happen within one play, but Caleb Williams is a guy I trust. And Ben Johnson's a great coach, and has been very hard on his players to make smart decisions and not get penalties, not create turnovers through their offense. So it's also really nice to see that he did not throw an interception versus the number 1 ranked defense in the Vikings in both of these games last season. Because they're in the same division, they have to play each other twice. And I I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, he had a rough start. He's a rookie, and he threw for 2 straight games of 2 interceptions in weeks 2 and 3. But look at this, just absolutely clear green up until this Hail Mary game on that um, game versus Seattle. So I like it. You guys take what you like, leave what you don't, but this is what I like to go with. I'm going to lock it in for $20 to win $200. That is an insane payout of 180. So I really like that pick there. And if you are interested in joining the VIP Football Pass, I am posting all the time so many slips for college football and NFL. So look forward to that college football week 2 video coming out later this week. I'm just waiting for more props to be out, and then I'll post it. Probably gonna post on Thursday night, so expect a video for that. But that is all I have for today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.